Hello, I'm Heston,
And I am Damien.
and we are definitely not experts. We got a little bit of feedback previous episodes, and we came to the conclusion that it might be better just for the listening experience if we separated our content. So this episode is going to be strictly focused on content that's not sports related. So we're going to be talking about our shit list, big boy shout outs, and some random talk, along with whatever else we feel like talking about. Go ahead and grab yourself a little sippy sip, little drinky drink. Go ahead
Yeah.
and join us while we talk some shit. Cheers to you, brother.
Yes,
Hell yeah,
sir.
hell yeah. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with this week's iteration of the shit list. Um, I've got a good handful of submissions this week. And I know Damien, you got about like one or two, right?
Yeah, one or two. It takes a lot, man, to kind of, But yeah, I mean, I can come up with at least one for you that I feel a little uncomfortable about right now.
I feel that. Good shit. Okay, cool. Well, then I'll go ahead and start. The first guy on my list is George Preston Marshall. He is a former owner of the Washington Redskins. And with all the controversy going on around the Redskins right now, I think it's only appropriate that we bring this guy up too, just to show that their history is kind of shady as fuck. The reason why he's on my shit list is because he was the last owner in the league of the NFL to integrate black people onto his team. He was the last one. So all 31 other owners already allowed black people to play for them, and he wouldn't budge. And the only reason why he did budge was because Washington threatened to remove his stadium contract if he didn't start allowing black players to play on his team.
So I've never. That's insane.
Yeah, that's
I've
fucked.
never heard about that. That is fucked.
Yeah, I learned about that, and I was
Oh
like, this
shit,
is not cool
that's
at
not cool.
all. And the particular word I use to describe him is that he's a scumbag.
That's a very good entry.
Yeah,
That's a really good
yeah, I
entry.
think he's gonna be on like the All Star list. He's a real piece of shit, and
The All
I don't
Star.
think I don't think he's around anymore either. So I don't really think he can make up for it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, who do you have?
So again, bro, I said I had like a couple, maybe really. My only take from currently right now is Tiger Woods, tied 42nd. I think that's tremendously low. I would want for him to win this PGA. We will see if he does, but as of right now, it's not looking too fresh. Now, I'm not shitting on the guy because, of course, he had a layover in, but I do expect him to be a lot better than what he's showing.
Sure.
So yeah, tied 42nd. I do have a little bit of a problem with that.
Yeah, that's pretty
But
rough.
I mean, tomorrow he could be like tied 10. Like, I mean, who fucking knows?
It's
Because
that close.
I mean, the top dude is like -8. He's like -1. So I mean, give or take, if he gets
Okay,
to like a -4 or something,
man,
I mean,
all
just
the way
that
to
fast,
42. It's
he
that
could jump.
tight.
Yeah, it's like
Jesus,
intense, bro. Exactly. But that's golf for you. So yeah. So I mean, we'll see what he does for the rest. But tied 42nd is a little bit
for sure, for sure.
cringy.
Okay, all right. Well, my next one is most drivers in general, but we live in San Antonio, so I feel like it is a little worse here because I know Texas is one of the worst states for driving performance of the people who live there. And I mean, I feel like a lot of people can say this about wherever they live, but this struck a particular nerve with me the other day because I was going to the grocery store to get some stuff, and I watched this old as fuck bitch driving around in like a nice ass Lincoln, and she turned her blinker on hella early, bro, like two turns early. So she was pulling up on the turn, and then somebody was like, "Oh, okay, she's turning. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out." And then he ended up pulling out in front of her, and then she threw a big fucking Karen bitch fit about it. And I was like, that really pissed me off because I was like, "You're the one that's being stupid," and it's shit that I have to deal with, and probably you have to deal with too on a regular basis. And it just kind of struck a nerve. So anybody out there that's driving without a license, or anybody that's out there driving without consideration of the other people around you, politely go fuck yourself. If you're one of our listeners and you are one of those people, you can do better. and we're gonna ask you to do better because it takes all of us to make this shit work. So
Oh my
fuck those
gosh.
people straight up.
Oh, that's insane.
I think you had something you wanted to mention about the NBA, right?
I mean, I don't think it's enough to make like my shit list. When I put people on my shit list, I'm gonna I don't know. I'm gonna bash him. I'm
Well,
gonna kill
I'll
him.
say it for both of us because they're on
So
my shit list. Jimmy Butler tried to go ahead
yeah,
and
yeah,
put no message on his jersey like he said he wanted to, and the NBA told him to swap his jersey out after he did so.
it's really weird.
But an important detail that you said to me that actually adds them to my list more is the fact that they allowed him to start the game with said jersey. So like it was cool at first,
Exactly.
and then they backtracked and then told him to replace his jersey.
Yeah, in the middle of the game,
That's fake as
put
fuck.
him to the sideline. Got to
Not
take that
cool.
one off.
Yeah, that's weak. So
Yeah,
like that's
that's
some
pretty bad.
bullshit straight
That's
up.
pretty bad.
Like NBA, get your shit together. Like come on
Oh
now.
shit.
Another one for me is Matt LaFleur. He had an interview recently where they were talking about Aaron Rodgers, and Matt LaFleur, with a straight ass face,
Oh,
said that he sees Aaron Rodgers being around for a very long time and projects
I
him being in their future.
I heard that. I heard.
The absolute disrespect for him to make a statement like that
Disrespect.
after everything.
Oh.
Like, we're not stupid, Matt LaFleur.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh, bro.
we're not dumb. Like we see everything that's happening. You should give us a little more goddamn respect and
Like,
treat
come
us
on,
like
bro.
we're not idiots.
We're not that dumb, bro.
Yeah. Like, who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Like, and on top of that,
Exactly.
he's just the head coach. So, like, why is he even talking about this shit to begin with? Like, that's a GM question. You know what I mean? Ask Gutekunst that question. I don't know. That also kind of struck a
Oh
nerve with
man,
me too. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
that's
come
horrible.
on. Yeah,
I
like,
saw that.
we
That
both know that's he's full of shit.
all
Straight
the
up.
way,
Straight up.
all the way,
Yeah, straight up.
all the way, all the way.
Yeah. Another one that I have is people who order full ass meals in the drive through of Mexican restaurants. Because I think it goes without saying that that drive through is exclusively for people who want to order fucking tacos.
Okay, so what do you mean? What would calculate to a full ass meal for you?
One of their plates. Like they have meals that they
Right.
serve.
So
And they make all that shit like per order. So that shit
right,
takes forever.
right. But
And
if it's
it's
not
kind of
open on the
twofold.
inside,
Here's the thing, it's kind of twofold though. You need to put on a mask, go inside, order your food, and wait your happy ass in the fucking parking lot. But also, I feel like I think the restaurant is also equally at fault because they could just tell them to go around and then bring their food out. The
exactly.
only problem, like the reason why it's so frustrating, because like here in San Antonio, we have a Mexican restaurant at every corner. Like they're everywhere. You can get
Right,
them anywhere. But this
right,
shit happens at all of them. It's a pandemic, my guy. It's a problem.
right. So well, a lot of people's insides ain't open either. So
A lot of places are still doing takeout though.
right, some people won't even let you go inside their shit though.
Dead ass. And this was happening before Corona. So like I don't accept that as an answer. And it happens every time too. For me, like I follow this, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's just really annoying when you see the line turn into like an 8-car line. And then that person gets like 3 doggy bags worth of fucking food, like a piece
I
of
mean, they
shit.
can't help
And then
it,
they're just
bro.
rolling everybody out because all the tacos are already finished. You see what I'm saying?
I'm
That's why it's
sometimes
annoying.
that guy though.
Like you roll up and then boom, you're out of there. Like you're good to go.
Yeah.
Like your tacos have been sitting there for a few minutes.
Sometimes I order heavy though, because I eat crazy. So I'll order like tacos plus like a plate.
You might be part of the problem then.
Right, I could be.
Yeah, you might need to get your shit together.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm not going inside. Fuck that. I'll just go through the drive.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, hey, what's the drive-through for? To not get out the car. Let's
No,
go.
man, no, not Mexican
I mean,
restaurants.
fuck
Nah,
yeah,
dude,
at any
Mexican
restaurant.
restaurants are for tacos.
Fuck.
Or they need to add like an extra line or some shit, like a taco line, and
Yeah,
then
and then
like a
everything
food
else
line.
line.
Yeah,
I give you that.
yeah, but something needs to be done. I'm sick and tired of waiting 20 minutes to get 3 fucking tacos.
Yeah, and then they're cold and shit at that
Yeah,
point.
it's
And you gotta drive
bullshit.
home and shit.
Yeah,
And,
no,
their ass.
no,
Yeah.
unacceptable.
Maybe you should go inside then.
I'm not ordering a lot of fucking food.
I'm just saying,
I'm not
maybe,
ordering a lot of fucking food.
maybe you should go inside then, bro, and see.
I will admit you have a compelling argument.
I
But
mean,
fuck
hey.
that. But fuck that.
Oh shit.
All right, and the last one I have here for my shit list is The person who didn't start the clock back up when there was 3.4 seconds left in the first overtime for the Jazz versus the Nugs. Whoever the fuck that person is, they have one goddamn job.
Oh, what?
Their job is exclusively to run the clock.
That's funny.
And not only is that their only job, it's like the pinnacle of doing their job, like at the very end of a game.
Yeah,
And it's not even just regulation. We're in overtime. Like you need to be on your shit right now, bro.
exactly.
And here's the thing. This is also the reason why like they're on my shit list though. Is because when they inbounded the ball, they scored immediately. But it was close. They didn't know if they beat the clock or not. You want to know why? Because they didn't start the goddamn clock back
On
up.
time.
So it took them forever to review the
To
play.
review and see
Yeah,
what it
and
would
here's
have
the
done
thing.
and
Here's
all
the
this
thing.
shit.
The Nuggets, like that, forced a double overtime, and the Nuggets ended up winning that game. So this person almost single-handedly
Fuck the
made that
results
not
of all
happen.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
for me, it's like you got one job, you should fucking do it.
Well, apparently,
Dead ass, dude. Dude, what if that was
apparently
like? What if that was like the Lakers? And
I
there
mean,
it's like, and
so
that
that
happened,
that
dude.
low
I'd
key
be so
happened the
sweaty,
other quarter.
huh?
It low key happened like the other quarter with LeBron. The ball, they felt like he picked it up, but he didn't, and then they started the clock. But it was like
Was it at
four,
like the end of a game though?
it was like right before halftime.
Okay,
But
well,
the Lakers are
similar.
making a run,
Sure,
and if he picks it up and throws it up court in the right way, we score. Instead, they started the clock run. When he picks it up, they whistle it. They reset
and
everybody,
it
and
fucks
LeBron's
everything
like,
up.
"Bitch, what the fuck, ho?"
Yeah,
So I mean, it's kind of like,
sure. I
bitch.
feel
So
that.
it's not
All
like the
right,
end of
so
the
yeah.
game, but in a way, it's like
So shot clock people,
it prevents a circumstance. Yeah,
get your shit together.
right. That's all you do.
Yeah, you don't do anything else.
You
Just run the
stop and
clock.
start it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't see the. I mean, I guess it could be tough in a way. I'll try to be as best as I can with trying to relate, but I don't think it's that hard where you fuck up like that.
bet.
So,
Okay, okay. Let's move on to the big boy shoutouts. I believe you actually have one this week.
I do have a big boy shout out this week, and so of course I'm sitting here watching the bubble games with my boy Heston, and he said he could run, run up and down 2 or 3 possessions, and it reminded me of my boy Escalade. Now Escalade was a basketball player, but and one. So if you're not familiar with and one, it's kind of like street ball. They're like a set of different moves and dunks, and you more try to put on
It's
the
like
show
it's like an actual league though, right? Like they have
in a
like
way.
teams. It's like 3v3
Right.
or something, right?
It's more like entertainment
Sure.
than
Oh,
it
okay.
is like let's try to beat each other.
So
It's
closer to like Globetrotters, or no, like Big Three,
it's
like Big Three,
globetrottery
right?
for sure. It's globetrottery.
Okay,
Like that is like the perfect analogy
but
for it.
it's still more of a game though,
It's still a game at the end of
right?
the day.
Yeah,
But the more I can embarrass you, and then I either hit this three or then we dunk.
sure.
Like, yeah, the whole
Okay.
crowd's gonna run on the court. It's over. So Escalade. Back to the gist of it. He was a big boy, like my boy Heston, and all the big boys we talking about out there. Had handles, could finish well around the rim. He did pass away a couple years back, but I did want to give my shout out to him since
I think he's
my
very
boy
fitting.
Heston said that he could run, up and down a little bit. It made me think about Escalade, who did run up and down and shimmy people all day.
Escalade was a lot
Yeah.
of fun to watch.
Yeah.
He was
And
really
he could
cool.
dunk.
Yeah, he was
And he
out
could
there.
dunk.
Yeah, he was out there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
it's crazy.
he was a unit for sure.
Exactly. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, my first big boy shout out this week is actually not to a fellow big boy, but it's to a guy that's got the heart of a big boy. And I just had to give him a mad shout out. I got done watching Last Chance U this past week. We're still working on how we feel about it, so we're going to talk about that next week. But one of the players from the team from Laney College, his name's Dior Walker. He's their starting wide receiver. There was a point during the season when Laney lost all 4 of their quarterbacks. They all got hurt, all of them, and they had to try to figure out what they were going to do about their quarterback situation. Like, what the fuck are we going to do? We lose our first string, we lose our second string, we lose our third string, we lost our goddamn 4th string. We're out. We don't have any more.
Right.
So they decided to bring Dior Walker in at quarterback, and it looked like it was going to be a big shit show, straight up, dude. Like, it did not look like it was going to be good, and
But
he's a small dude, but he's a really talented receiver, and he went out there and he got them like a really important win at quarterback, and he threw for touchdowns, he ran for touchdowns, like he scored three different ways,
That's
and
insane
in that game, and I felt like he deserved to get some of that recognition.
for sure.
My guy, like he showed up, like they needed him, he showed up, and he showed out. So
That's insane to
holla
think
at your
that.
boy, yeah, it's nuts. Like it was so cool. I was really hyped for him when he did that. My next big boy shout out is going to be for half Thor Julius Bjornsson. We actually just got done watching him just a moment ago for Iceland's Strongest Man. Today, just a couple hours ago, he just won his 10th straight Iceland's Strongest Man competition. And
Demolished.
huh?
Demolished
Oh yeah, yeah. He
the
absolutely wiped the floor
competition.
of the competition.
It's not even.
He won all six events. He got a perfect score.
Oh my gosh,
And
bro.
this is actually gonna. He said this is gonna be his last strongman competition.
It sucks.
Earlier in the year, me and Damien we both watched the Arnold Strongman Classic too, and he also won that. And the Arnold Strongman Classic is just as prestigious, if not more prestigious, than the actual World Strongest Man competition. And he actually just won his third straight title for that this year. So I think winning three of those straight and then going on to win your 10th straight Iceland's Strongest Man title, that's definitely one way to go out, you know? So I definitely think he deserves some recognition. And for anyone who doesn't know, Hathor Julius
Nuts.
Bjornsson is the guy who played the Mountain in Game of Thrones.
Nuts.
And he actually started a strongman competition before he before he joined Game of Thrones. But because of his participation with being on the show, it limited his ability to train. So he never actually won his first title, like for strongman, until after he was done with the show. So that he's really cool. He's awesome. I follow him on YouTube.
I
He has
think
his
he's
own
legit.
channel where he shows his training sessions and stuff, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And now he's starting to get yoked out for a boxing match. He's going to be in. We'll talk about that
Oh boy.
on our other show.
That'll be interesting.
Hell yeah,
That boxing fight he's gonna have.
I'm
If
excited.
if it plays its part,
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
that'll be
Hell
interesting.
yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
And my
Hell yeah.
last entry for the big boy shout out is going to be for Ireland's president's dog. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but Ireland's president has an absolute unit of an animal that follows him around that he insists on bringing with him wherever he is.
What kind of dog is this though?
I don't know. Have you seen Beethoven? Like the Disney
Yes, I
classic
have.
Disney movie Beethoven? It's like that.
Yeah.
He's like that dog.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
The dog insists on going around and like saying hi to everybody. And like whenever the president sits down, to handle any kind of business, his dog likes to come over and just ask for belly rubs and stuff. And he's awesome. And I just think everyone's lives would be a little bit better if they saw this absolute unit of an animal. So
Well, yeah. So Beethoven was fucking huge. I mean, I don't know if a
yeah,
lot of people watched that movie or not, but
yeah, it's a big ass dog.
that is a really huge Saint Bernard.
There you go.
Is what
Yeah, I
it
don't think
is.
it is a Saint Bernard, but
Right,
like
but it's something
similar.
similar to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
size.
yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. The Earth is flat. If not flat, it is oval. If y'all don't believe me, then I guess I could go further in depth with that at a later time. But that's at least one thing I'll say right now that's a little wonky, maybe wonkers. That'll trip you out a little bit.
You think the Earth is flat
Maybe not
or
flat, but it's
oval?
oval for sure.
Oval how?
It's not round.
So it's like a sphere, but like an oval shaped sphere,
Yeah, it's like the Earth looks round. Yeah, I
like
think
a
it looks more
football.
like a football. Yeah, exactly.
Why do you
I
think
do.
this?
It spins. Like that's retarded to think that
Yeah, no
you'd
shit,
have
it
a perfect
spins.
circle after it spins
So are you one of those people that
year after
thinks?
year.
Are you one of those people that thinks that like all the NASA footage and stuff is like bogus?
I do. I don't
Because
think
there's
so.
24/7 live
I
footage
think
from the
that
ISS,
some
right?
of NASA stuff is legit and true, but I think the first person on the moon being a guy Neil Armstrong. No, I don't believe that. It looked faked,
Do you think
staged.
we've been to the moon?
Yeah, I think we'd been before that, and I think we've been after that for sure. I think we still go.
For what purpose?
I mean, we'll have to find out, but I think to
Well, what do
see
you think?
resources, maybe another place to stay. If the planet gets fucked up and blows up, or a meteorite hits us, right? They say it like every other month, different type of meteorite's about to hit us, and it's gonna kill us all, which I don't ever believe. But whatever. I mean, what if that does happen though?
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I mean, Elon just came out the other day and he was saying that like Mars is a reality now. They had a successful test and they're like, we're going to be able to do this.
telling you.
And the first move is he
Telling you.
said like we're gonna go to the moon. There's gonna be a base on the moon, and then we're gonna go to Mars.
And people will be living in space, bro.
I think in our lifetime,
I
easy.
shit you not.
Yeah.
Shit you not. We will see people that move from Earth.
Would you go?
To if I could afford it. It's gonna be bizarre.
Yeah.
Um, you're gonna have to pay like a high ass price for that. We'll be stuck on Earth, like like not just your normal civilian will be able to go to that. It's gonna be outrageous in price. So if I could go, I would. But will I go? Probably not. I probably would not be able to afford that shit at all.
I think if I had like no ties here, I would probably go.
Yeah, but I mean,
Particularly like with family. I
right?
think that's the only thing that would make me want to stay.
Yeah,
But otherwise, I mean, why not, right?
I think
That's
the
kind of
money
exciting.
is the only reason why I would stay.
Well, they're talking about doing like recreational trips like into space and stuff. Would you do something like that?
I don't know. It's still gonna be bread as fuck, bro. That's not gonna be
Over
like no.
time, it's going to get cheaper though because they have
Right.
multiple companies doing it, so it's going to create competition. It's going to
So
drive
at
prices
first,
down.
no. After a while, at some point
Oh,
in
sure. I
time,
mean,
I
let a
can
few
see it
people go
happening.
up.
Right. Then we'll let somebody else kind of go,
Yeah,
say it
like
looked cool, they came
let's go ahead
back,
and let that be around for a little bit, and then
Yeah, we'll let it go for a couple years at
yeah, yeah,
least,
yeah, for sure, for
tops,
sure.
or at least, to let them kind of go and do some
Bet.
shit. People
Okay.
come back.
Yeah, I feel that.
But
Okay.
yeah, the money. I think the money is going to be a crazy part of
But
it
if you had the bread,
for some years.
like
If I
you'd
had the
be
bread, I'm
down.
definitely going for
Sure.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah,
That's cool. I like that.
hell yeah.
Um, I don't know how much our listeners follow the tech world at all, but I think Damien actually kind of does too. I really fuck with like tech in general, and I follow a lot of tech channels on YouTube and stuff. And a company I've been following for a very long time now is a company called Boston Dynamics. A lot of people may not know the company by name, but they definitely know the company based off of their product. They're actually responsible for creating the dog like robot that's been in development for almost a decade now.
That shit is sick.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've
I've
been
seen
following
it.
it for a long time, back when it almost
Yeah,
didn't even look anything like a dog.
it's crazy.
Yeah, and they just officially launched their first retail model of their Boston Dynamics robot, and his name is Spot. It's a yellow robot that looks like a dog, and you control
Right,
it with a tablet-like controller.
I saw it. It
Yeah,
looks almost like Nintendo Switchy, kind of
yeah,
like.
yeah. It looks kind of like a Nintendo Switch or
I
like
saw it. I saw
or
the
like
video. It looks
a
it
drone
looks sick as
controller.
fuck.
Yeah,
It looks sick.
yeah.
It looks sick.
We got to watch somebody actually kind of play around with it and stuff.
Yeah.
They're selling those robots for $75,000 a piece right now, and they're only available to like to companies right now, like businesses.
But why only businesses though?
I think it's because they're limited in stock right now. I think,
Right, they
yeah, I
probably only
think
have to
this
be
is their
a
first
certain
rollout.
amount that are
Yeah,
that makes
so
sense.
yeah,
That
so
makes
I
sense.
think the idea is like, we'll launch this first thing. We'll let these people get their hands on it. We'll see how it works. If things are cool, then we'll make more. Because those things definitely aren't cheap to make. You know what I mean? They're extremely sophisticated, and I think the last thing you want is to have a surplus of those just lying around when people aren't buying them. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I would highly recommend that y'all look up like what the Boston Dynamics robot looks like, and how it operates and how it works. It's gonna be the future. Like they're already moving on to humanoid type robots, and I mean at that point, we're gonna be living in like iRobot or some shit.
We're
So,
gonna we're
huh?
gonna get one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the goal.
yeah.
I would love to get one. I think it'd be
That'd be
really cool.
fucking
I'd have
sick,
it
bro.
carry my goddamn groceries up the stairs
That'd be
because I
sick.
live on the third floor, and
Oh
you
my
already know
gosh.
that carrying this shit up fucking sucks.
Oh my gosh. Yo, that'd be fucking raw.
Hell yeah.
That'd be raw.
Um, Now that UFOs have been confirmed to be real from the Pentagon, what do you think would be the most terrifying type of alien that we should be concerned about? That's not
So
like a xenomorph.
I mean, they have like supposedly like 3 or 4 or 5 different types of aliens that there are,
You mean that
like types of aliens that exist. They said there's like different type.
who's they?
I mean, the people who study aliens who say
Okay,
aliens exist, right?
sure, sure,
Because
sure.
a lot of people try to say they don't,
Like experts.
like, right,
Okay,
which we're
not us.
not.
You're right.
Not
Right,
us.
right. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, bro. And so there's these X amount of different races. So to me, based on the race, like the bigger they get, the more dangerous they seem to get. There's even like a race that looks like humans, like where they've almost adapted. how
Hmm.
we look,
Okay.
which makes me think that maybe there's aliens living amongst us now. We just don't fucking know it.
Well, I know. Well,
Um,
that's actually. I'm gonna talk about something about that too.
that's what I'm like. Yeah, I say there's one that kind of looks like a human. That one's supposed to be pretty crazy, but there's like just a big one that's like 7, 8 feet fucking
Are
tall.
you talking
That's
about the
like
Greys?
huge, right? I
Yeah.
heard those are like the scariest ones. So,
Sure. Well, those are like the most common,
I
like
mean,
like the gray
I
ones.
mean, I don't know. That's scary as fuck. I'd rather see a 3 foot alien.
Have you ever seen that movie, The Fourth Kind,
Yeah.
or the
Mm-hmm.
fourth? Yeah, it's the fourth kind, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about.
Dude, that shit fucked me up, bro.
That shit was
That
gnarly,
movie
dog.
fucked me up. Like I love scary movies, dead ass. I love scary movies, dude.
Oh
But
shit.
there's a couple of movies I've seen in my life that have like legitimately fucked me up, dude. That movie's one of them.
That one was an insane movie for me
Yeah,
too.
for those who don't know what The Fourth Kind is, I
That was an
very
insane
strongly
movie.
recommend it. It's
Oh
it's a
fuck.
movie that is like it's like part documentary, part think like ghost mysteries. You know how they do like the
Right.
reenactments of like ghost encounters and stuff.
It,
It's kind of like that,
it's insane.
but they have a bunch of live footage from shit. So it's like they're doing dramatic reenactments about stuff, but like they have a couple of scenes where they do like side by sides.
Yeah.
And the part that really fucked
Right. That's
right, you know where I'm going with this. The part that's fucked me up
oh my
so
gosh.
bad, bro. So this takes place up in Alaska, where apparently there's like a lot of sightings and stuff, and it's in this like small town where there have been a lot of reported abductions and shit. And like I don't want to spoil the whole movie because it's great. But
Right.
there's this
I
one
mean,
part.
you can spoil it because if
Yeah,
they
it's been
haven't
out
seen
for
it
like
by now,
forever.
I mean,
Yeah,
come
to be
on, they're
fair.
not gonna watch it.
Yeah,
You
well,
know.
there's this part where this lady she goes to a hypnotist to try to remember her abduction. So the hypnotist, hypnotizes her and puts her under, and then this is one of the parts where they have the side by side, so they have the reenactment and the live footage. Homegirl flips the fuck out when she gets hypnotized, and then like she starts like screaming,
Yeah.
and then like she starts speaking in a different voice, like in a language that's not English, and it is bananas.
That shit is
That
crazy.
shit was so insane. Like, and for me, normally I'd be like, oh, that's kind of spooky, you know what I mean? But like, seeing this side by side got me hella fucked up, dude.
That shit's
I
gnarly.
was not okay with what I was watching at all. But like I said, it's a really really good movie. Like I
It
mean, it
was
scared the
good.
shit out of me. You know what I mean? So that movie got me fucked up, dude. That's a great movie.
That was a good movie.
So kind of what I was talking about before, when you said that there are a lot of people who think that aliens already live here. There's actually this documentary show on Netflix called Hangar One. It's a few years old now, but a lot of the information is still relevant, and it discusses like our interactions with aliens throughout history,
Right.
but America's history. So like with presidents and like underground bunkers and all this other stuff. So they have different episodes dedicated to like whistleblowers, to president interactions, and one of them is underground bunkers. And I think like that kind of pairs with what you were saying. Like if there are aliens already living here on Earth, underground actually makes a lot of sense. Because
Telling you, bro.
yeah, because nobody's actually like looking into that. You know what I mean? Like no one's gonna find an underground base like that. And there was actually a guy who testified. Like he was a whistleblower for the underground bunkers. He was actually telling a story about how he accidentally found one. And like he went in because like he was curious, like he didn't know what this was. He was like, "What the fuck
Yeah.
is this?" You know what I mean? And he said that when he got down there, that there were like aliens and humans like together, like working together. And but like he freaked the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck is going on? And
Yeah.
he drew his gun to like shoot at him
Yeah.
like an idiot. I don't know, like come on, bro. And he said he was shot. Like one of the aliens like drew a
Did some
weapon
shit.
and shot him, and it was like kind of like Halo. It was like a plasma
Yeah.
type weapon, and the dude got shot like in the chest. It shot like through a few of his fingers, and it hit him in the chest. and like in the courtroom, like you can already see his hand is
I
like
think
mutilated.
you're talking about that white dude.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah. He's a white guy,
I've
like a
seen him.
chubby white
I
dude.
watched this shit actually
Yeah,
like a month ago.
yeah. His hand was mutilated. You could see that
Yeah,
some
you
of
can
his
see like
fingers were
his
missing.
finger was
Yeah,
all
and then like
like
he takes
yeah,
his shirt off in the courtroom, and you can see the scar, like the burn.
yeah. That shit's
Yeah,
insane.
dude.
I saw that
So
actually.
that really makes you think, like who the fuck is this guy? You know what I mean? And
Right, and
like, why would he
why
make
would he
all that
make this
up?
up?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
So I just thought like that was really interesting. If anyone fucks with aliens or anything, Hanger One is pretty good. Also, um, my favorite documentary on aliens, dude. It's called Unacknowledged.
Oh, like the show?
No, it's a movie, but it's a documentary. So Unacknowledged, yeah, is what it's called, and it's about this guy who's been around the like aliens and all that stuff in general. I believe he worked for NASA or something for a while, and over time he was so fascinated with like alien interactions and stuff that he directly started a international group directly associated with like first encounters. So if we ever do come into a first encounter with like an alien race or something, he'll be with these guys, and it's called Project Blue Book. Like a project that's been going on, and everything he talks about in the entire show or the entire movie is all declassified documents from anywhere, from the CIA, from like unregistered like side projects from the government and all that stuff. And he doesn't even just put the text up. Like he's like, I have the document right here. I'm gonna read it word for word for you, and this is what it says. And that shit is bananas.
What would you do if an alien came down here right now?
Like to this podcast
To the
to
Earth, bro. Like just
Earth.
multiple aliens started arriving
So
and
like
fucking
like a
shit up.
group. I don't know, man.
Would you stay just like cuddled up inside and not go outside or do nothing about it? Would you just chill and just hope that they don't bust through your apartment door?
I would monitor the situation for sure. I think I'd be glued to my television. It'd probably be live like everywhere. Because I'd like
Okay.
to see what would happen. For me personally, like if there was a way that we could communicate, I would just want to see what their intentions are and
If
hope that they're chill.
if they're here, we communicated already some kind of way.
You
So
think so?
yeah,
You don't think they'll just
that's why
show
I
up?
think they're already here. Like yeah, they're already here. Like we've already communicated with them. They're here, bro. Like
Which aliens do you think are here?
I think the Greys are here.
Okay, so you think the Greys are actually here?
I do.
How do you feel about abductions?
Uh,
Do you
I
think
don't
they
really know
happen?
how to think about them just yet because I do want to get abducted.
Ooh.
I think that'd be legit. However, I wouldn't remember it, right? I would just say like
Well,
a beam of
50-50.
light
Some
happened
people do
and I
remember it.
woke up in the room and
Uh-huh.
like, but I remember something strange grabbing me, right? Like how everybody
Yikes.
else's stories kind of are. And then
Sure.
I had this on my stomach and it's this weird, like, I mean, I would want to get abducted, but
If you were abducted, would you tell anybody?
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck
Who
yeah.
would be the first person you tell?
I would like my family would be the first. Then I mean, I would
Y'all
report
gotta
it to the
clear this
cops,
shit.
but I mean,
What are they gonna do?
exactly. So I'm at least tell my family like, look, these
Would you try to get in
motherfuckers.
touch with like UFO specialists or something? Like one of
Uh,
those so-called experts we were referring to?
not really. I would just look up. If I were to find one, it would only be so I could ask them like, what did they do to me while I was abducted? Like, what exactly happened to my body while I
Sure.
was there? Like,
Would you seek out other people who claim they were abducted too?
I would do that part.
I think so
Cause
too.
I'd be like,
Like
dude,
join like
did
the
you act
community.
different?
Yeah,
Like, well, like, how do you feel? Like,
sure.
I would shit like that.
That'd
Yeah,
be
for
cool.
sure.
I
Hell
like
yeah.
that. Well, so to answer the original question, like what's the most terrifying type of alien there would be?
I think they're
Have you
great.
seen that movie Life
Yeah, I have seen
with
that shit.
Ryan Gosling
Hmm
and Ryan
I
Reynolds?
have seen that. I have seen that one.
For anyone that hasn't seen it, it's a great alien movie, and the
That
alien
movie's
on that
insane.
movie is terrifying.
That movie's insane.
And I'm not going to spoil the ending for you because that movie actually is a little more recent,
It's crazy,
but
man.
the ending is nuts.
That entire movie was pretty
Yeah,
nutty
it was
to
great.
be
It's a great
honest.
movie.
It
I think it's
was
really
really good.
underrated because it was just like an alien movie, and everyone's like, "Ah, it's another alien
Well, Ryan
movie."
was in it. I think that's what made it more so like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
bro.
true,
You
but
know,
whatever.
everybody's like Deadpool. Shut up. Like,
I feel like Ryan Reynolds is so much more than that, but he that kind of is his identity at this point,
At
right?
this
Is just
point,
being
bro, I mean
Deadpool.
that's it, bro.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
damn
that
shame.
was a badass movie
I still
though.
haven't even fully seen the second one
What?
of Deadpool.
I did, but I mean, like you just said, like who cares about the second one? We saw the first one. All right, cool.
I
I
mean, I've heard
mean,
from so many people the second one's great, and I've watched like bits and pieces of it. I've just never really sat down and watched the whole thing.
I don't like how they move people to different superheroes. Like, I don't. I
Oh,
just
you
don't.
mean like
I'm
from him
not a
being a
fan of
Green
that.
Lantern?
Right. I'm not a fan of that.
How do you feel about Captain America then? Because he was the original.
Not a fan of it.
What's his name?
Not a fan of it.
Johnny whatever. Yeah, from the
Just like
Fantastic
Ben, he
Four.
went from Daredevil to Batman. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that.
I respect that. It's
Pick a
weird. It makes
person,
shit
let
weird,
them
right?
run that person,
Yeah.
and if they run somebody else, like I'm no, I'm not feeling that. It's weird.
Okay.
It's weird.
I feel
So
that.
yeah, now he's a good actor. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it is what it is.
Okay. I feel that. Um, I found something really interesting that I kind of wanted to talk about that I thought was really cool. Um, did you know that sumo wrestlers show absolutely no signs of like no health signs or anything of obesity or being overweight during the entirety of their career because their workout routine is so strenuous and so extreme that they're just like really big people who are healthy.
Yeah, it's like being an in shape big boy.
Yeah,
Right.
but sumo wrestlers are like the pinnacle of that.
Right.
Because dude, they work out more. Dude, anyone who hasn't seen like the legitimate workout routine of a sumo wrestler, I don't even remember. I don't even know how I know this. This is just something I know about. I saw it somewhere. Like somebody went to like where a really popular sumo wrestler is like camp,
Yeah.
and they went through like a training day
Right.
with him, and I just remember it being absolutely insane. And I just thought that was really cool. And something that does happen is that like once their career is over and they're not working out like that anymore, they have to try to take the weight off like really quick. Otherwise, they'll
You're
suffer
gonna
from like heart
die.
disease and shit. Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
gonna
So
die.
I thought that was like
Fuck.
really funny, but really interesting too. Like that's so cool.
That's pretty gnarly. That's insane. But I
Do
would I would imagine. I mean, everybody remembers Street Fighter E Honda. He didn't have that fucking arm for no reason.
who?
E Honda, Street Fighter, the game.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that fucking arm, bro, is a goddamn. It's like fucking Chun Li's kick, but his arm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
feel
that
that.
wasn't a joke. That's real shit.
Yeah. Okay. Have you seen any good like comedy specials or movies or shows or anything?
So comedy specials, not really. I did run into like a couple of like odd rom coms though. I mean,
Oh
no
yeah,
homo.
you
Yeah,
got some rom coms to recommend?
kind of. So one is not really a rom com, but it's an older movie, and I like the actors and actresses. So it was Notting Hill, Julia Roberts, Hugh Grant. We haven't seen Hugh Grant in a minute. Of course, we
Okay,
still see Julia here and there.
sure.
I'd never seen this movie ever in my life. It was an older movie though, made
What's
a
the name
while
of the
ago.
movie?
Notting Hill.
Oh, okay, okay.
It was like she's like this huge actress,
Uh
and he's
huh.
just like this bookstore owner kind of dude.
Okay.
But like they hit it off. She leaves him. She has a whole boyfriend.
Oh,
She comes back into town to do some shit. They hit it off again. She leaves him. Like, and so then they like
so
build it
she's
up
just
to
playing
this like
games.
she's playing games. Then she gets for real. Then he like, all right, cool, we can be.
Damn.
But I mean, it was okay. Then I watched Wrong Missy with Kevin Spade. Who?
Okay.
Wait, Kevin Spade?
Spacey.
No,
David Spade.
no, Kevin,
Ace of Spades.
the short motherfucker, the short blonde hair dude. I think it is Kevin.
I thought that was David Spade.
No.
Okay.
Oh, maybe you're right. David Spade.
I think it's David Spade. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm confusing him with Kevin Spacey or whatever you
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
David Spade has a movie Wrong Missy, pretty legit. He goes out on all these blind dates. They're all trash. One of the girls' names is Missy. That date with her was super garbage. He meets a new Missy, like at like the airport or something. It's like a real quick
I
bump in,
think I
something
know what
like
movie you're
that.
talking about.
And then they don't talk. They text, and he's like, "Nice to meet you." The company's like, "We're having this
Oh
like
yeah, and
thing.
then he hits up the
Bring
wrong
somebody," and he
chick,
hits
right?
up the
Yeah.
wrong
Was that
fucked
good?
up Missy, It was fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the wrong Missy comes and he's like,
He's like, oh fuck.
bro, what the
But I
hell's
already
the wrong
invited her,
one?
so like,
Right.
fuck.
So the whole time he's like, bro, this is not the chick, blah blah blah. And then towards the
Yeah,
end,
because homegirl is fine as fuck. The one who thought
right.
he was gonna
Then
invite,
towards the end, they like fall in
fall in
love, blah blah
love,
blah blah
all
blah.
that
Yeah.
bullshit. I feel
So
it.
that one was cool. And then
Yeah, I think that was David Spade, by the way.
my last one that I watched that was actually intense as shit. It's called "What Keeps You Alive," and that's on Netflix.
That sounds awesome.
I don't want to really spoil it,
Please
but
don't.
uh, it's about two chicks. They're
That's a new
married.
show, right?
It's a movie.
Oh, okay, but it's new though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's new.
Okay,
They're married. They go to the woods for like a vacation,
sure.
and the wife is like somebody completely different and ends up trying to fucking kill her. It's fucking nuts, bro.
So the wife
One of yes.
is a different person.
Then what? So one wife thinks of this lady or girl as something, and she's not that person. The name's different, like all this shit you find out throughout the movie and shit.
Okay.
Right, and it's just she finds out all this shit.
Is it like a thriller?
I would say it's pretty thrillerish. Yeah,
Okay.
it's nuts.
Okay.
It's pretty nuts.
Cool.
I watched that. That was pretty good too. So yeah, I didn't go too ham on the movies, and then I saw the Iverson documentary, which I think was really fucking good.
Yeah, you're recommending that to me before the
Yeah.
show, and
That
I
was
think I'm
pretty
gonna. I still haven't
fucking
even seen The Last Dance yet, man. It's on
good.
Netflix
That
now
was pretty
too.
good
So
too.
I know I need to watch both of them. They both look really good.
I mean, you can skip on the Last Dance, but I mean,
Really? I've heard so
but
much good
everybody
things
knows
about
George
it.
Legacy. He was a beast. Unless
I
you
guess
want to
that's a
see
good
like the
point. Yeah, I guess it is
in-depth
kind of cool getting a peek behind the curtain on Allen
of it. You
Iverson.
know, it was a little different. It was cool. I mean, a lot of players like were like, fuck him. Like he was mean.
Yeah, a
Or
lot of
this
people
and
like
that.
kind of didn't
But I
fuck with
mean,
Jordan, right?
yeah,
But hey, I mean, he's got the ships, right? So
you feel what I'm saying?
that's what I'm
And
saying.
that's all that's important, right? So.
Hell yeah. I did see one good comedy special recently from somebody who I wasn't aware of before. His name's Ronnie Chang. He's a Chinese comedian, and I think he's at least the special I saw was spectacular. I would highly recommend that you check out Ronnie Chang on Netflix. It's a Netflix special. You can find him just by typing his name in.
It was funny as shit.
Yeah, he was great. I had a really good time watching it. It was one of the better comedy specials I've seen recently. So I would highly recommend that. And I do see here, what's it called? Another thing that I had here that I thought was really interesting is crows in general. I think crows are one of the most like fascinating types of animals out there, based on like their intelligence. I also fuck with like dolphins and like octopuses too,
Right.
because they're extremely intelligent. Like they're super smart,
Right.
and crows are the same way. And in that vein, like there's a Dutch startup company that's training a whole bunch of crows to pick up and dispose of cigarette butts and peanuts, for peanuts. So they're disposing of cigarette butts and they're being rewarded with peanuts. And it's like a startup company. So they're trying to get enough money to where they can have like an entire flock, a murder of crows that they could teach and train so that they could try to clean up, wherever they're at.
That would be
And
insane.
I was just thinking about like what other types of things could they teach crows? Like where does it end? Do you know what I
I'm
mean? Like
pretty
they're gonna
sure a
start with
bunch of
cigarette
crazy
butts, but like
fucking
what's
shit.
gonna happen next?
Exactly. Everybody seen the original movie, The Crows.
Yeah.
How they just fucking randomly just started attacking and killing fucking people.
Yeah. Oh, so you think they might weaponize them?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Fuck
That was
that.
not an angle I was
Bro,
expecting.
think about that
But
shit.
it makes sense. Yeah.
Hell yeah, it does, bro.
Just like on command.
On
they'll just say a
command,
couple,
bro.
like, blueberries. And
Right.
just,
And they just... yeah, bro. Fucking over, bro.
oh
yeah.
man, that's awesome.
Hell yeah, bro.
What an angle.
Wow,
that's
crazy.
cool. I like that. Do you believe in the conspiracy theory that pigeons aren't real? I mean, that kind of goes with the crows, you know what I mean?
Some of them are fucking really weird. I think they're the most weirdest bird because that bird doesn't kind of really give a fuck if you walk past it or kind of walk by it. It'll
Sure.
kind of just like
Yeah, they kind of just hang.
walk next to you and shit and
Yeah.
hang around. And it's like, bro, I will punt the fuck out of you if you don't like what the fuck. Why would you walk by me? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it's weird. It's
Yeah,
almost like a roach running at you. Like
Sure, yeah.
what the fuck are you running at me for? So now I'm a little nervous. Like, do you have like a special power or some shit that I don't know? So I
Uh-huh.
do feel like some pigeons maybe possibly could be robots. I do. I will,
So you don't think all of them are, though? You think
No.
some of
I
them?
think some are legitly real, but they picked the best like bird species that they could fuck with that with. To me, a crow would be second. Either a
Sure.
pigeon or a crow would be
Yeah.
the type of bird they'd want to experiment to make some shit out of.
Did you know?
I
Did you
do
know that
think.
pigeons aren't natively from like they're not a native creature here? They're
Right.
actually brought here as a food source.
So then what the fuck?
So I don't know. Just I'm just.
Exactly.
It's a fun fact. I'm just letting you know.
So now any pigeon you see is just fucking made over here. Like
I mean, that's you could argue that. Yeah, they're at least not from here.
and
You
all of a
know?
sudden they're just here everywhere now, right?
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
mean, do we just go capture them and bring them over here, or do we really just be making them?
I don't know, man.
Oh my god, bro. This is fucking crazy.
Another thing I really fuck with a lot are like bad robots. So kind of the opposite end of the Boston Dynamic side. I like bad robots. Like robots that are made by some engineer in his basement to do a task, and then it tries to do that task, and it's a cataclysmic failure. Some of my favorite things to watch of all time. Um, I just want that to be known. Like I'm really into that, and I'm gonna be bringing up examples of these types of robots in the future. This example is actually kind of both sides. So White Castle is actually they just officially hired on a robot chef, like a cook. It's a robot cook that they want to use to be responsible for making all their burgers. But there's kind of two sides to the story. The company that made this robot, they sold it to them initially, but the robot was garbage and it wasn't able to do like any of the things they said that they wanted it to, and it was bad. It was just like bad for service and bad for business. So they returned them and they're like, we don't want this shit. Like, get it the fuck out of here. But that same company just they made revisions and they made like a new model, like a 2.0 per se, and they gave it they let White Castle trial run it again, and now they want it. So there is a White Castle out there. I don't remember which location it is, but they have hired the first like robot employee who is now cooking all their food.
I am done,
I
bro. Uh,
thought that was insane, but like pretty
Humanity
cool.
is done with if that kind of shit starts fucking happening everywhere.
You think they're gonna take all our jobs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they can just you can program somebody to come to work on time
yeah,
and
every time.
fucking do exactly what you need them to do without having to say shit.
That's a good point.
Yeah, bro, we're
And like
fucked.
they don't have lives, so like life
They're,
doesn't happen with those people with
it's
robots.
just a light switch.
Yep. I mean, until there's a problem, but then you just get them fixed, and then you're good to go,
Replaced
right?
our robot man.
What do you
You said
think?
it
What
earlier.
do you think are some other jobs
Oh my
that could soon be
gosh.
replaced by robots? So we
Uh,
have that.
we have fast food, right?
Yeah.
Technically,
Yeah. So I mean, do you think like I think it'd be kind of you could probably like have you
I,
seen those kiosks like in McDonald's and stuff where they're just like touch screens?
that technically counts.
Yeah, it does. Like
I
you could
I
almost
think
remove the customer. I mean, like the employer front like entirely.
I think our bigger one will be uh like taxis or Uber or Lyft and shit.
That makes sense. I was gonna say
It'll be
18
like
wheeler
a
truck drivers, but
robot
that's kind of the same vein of
fucking
things.
driving you around.
How do you feel about autopilot, like with
Holy
Tesla and
shit.
stuff? Because that would have to be the goal, right? Like it would all have
Uh,
to be automated.
I would get a Tesla and I would autopilot it. Um, I don't know how I trust it now because I don't have one, but
Sure.
I'd buy one and definitely test the function for
I
fucking
think
sure.
I think it would work,
I
but
think it'd be legit.
for me, I feel like the only way it'll work 100% of the time is if everything is automated. I feel like and they've even proven this too. Like almost all the accidents that have happened with those automated vehicles
Yeah,
have been caused by other drivers.
for
So
their shit.
yeah, because we're all dumb as fuck. And like I said before, people don't know how to fucking drive.
I mean,
So
at
they're just
least
like
down here
pulling
they
out
don't.
in front of
I
these cars and stuff.
definitely agree.
Hell yeah. What what do you think will be the last job that goes away?
Uh,
What could be irreplaceable, like from
I
people?
don't know. It would have to be super something that's like hands on ish. You know, like
You think
hands on
like handyman?
human. Yeah. I mean, even then you could program a robot to do it better, but I'm talking about as far as like the connection with like from human to human or robot to human.
I was thinking the same thing. So
it's gonna
I
have to
think
be something
like
uh
call centers. like customer service based jobs.
Even then, kind of, right? Because even then, we have automated systems now, right?
Yeah, but they
That
fucking suck. I think
they
everyone
do
can
suck.
agree
But
on
guess
that.
what? If a customer calls in and that's all they have, then what option do they?
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know what I'm
That's a
saying?
good
So,
point. Yeah,
it's something similar to that though. Like it's gonna have to be something where a human would rather have human interaction and like not a robot. And there's just no way you're gonna have a robot do this. I don't know what that would be. I'd have to think on it. Cause I mean, you could pretty much almost make a robot do anything, but I think it comes down to like a human wanting like the other human type of
I feel. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm already
like
that
shit.
way. Like, I prefer to call people on the phone and have that type of interaction with
Right,
people. And I mean, I'll if the automated system is good, I'll go through it just because I know it
right.
helps. But even when there are online options for like self help and stuff, for the most part, I do usually like prefer to call in just because if I have additional questions, I like to have somebody with my account in front of them so that I can just get everything taken care of right away.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, I can relate to that. That makes me feel old. I feel like a
Yeah,
lot of people are already like
that's
down for
insane.
very limited human interaction, but
I'll
I seek it out more
I'll
so
slap the shit out
than
of a
not.
robot, low
Which is
key.
funny too, because I also don't fuck with social media because I don't like it. But I still seek that human interaction. You know what I mean? I think it's because I seek like good human interaction opposed to negative. And I think most of the interactions you have on social media are negative interactions with people.
Yeah,
I think that might be why.
they're bizarre.
Yeah. If you could have any type of superpower that's not overpowered as fuck. So don't think like traditional superheroes. Think smaller than that. Think like something minor, something that can improve your life, but not maybe not improve others. What type of superpower would you have?
Invisibility.
I feel like that's kind of OP.
Um, honestly, I mean, yeah, I like invisibility. I really do.
Why?
I mean, you probably don't want to hear the reasons why I would use
Oh
invisibility.
my god.
But I do think that invisibility is one of the better uh superpower like actions. I mean, I could see like super strength or all these other ones sound pretty
Well,
legit, but
this is kind of what I'm getting at. Like, I feel like there needs to be like a catch to it, right?
right, there's always
So
something.
for me, it's like if you chose invisibility, it would have to be like invisibility as long as I can hold my breath, or
Oh, well, see, if
you
it
see
was
what I'm
some shit
saying?
like
Yeah,
that, I
yeah.
wouldn't do invisibility because I have asthma and I smoke, so
Well, I
I
have
can't breathe
asthma.
for shit.
Yeah, so like
I would only
what
be
I'm getting
invisible
at
for
what I'm
like
getting
10
at is like
seconds.
superpowers that are like
Uh,
with a catch.
so it depends on my catches, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it depends on my catches.
Okay.
But I'm still liking in invisibility. I'm thinking that that's probably like my go-to.
Mm.
Um, now I could say immortality, like a
That's like the
Wolverine type
most
shit.
OP thing of
You
all
know,
time.
that's like a Wolverine kind of shit, or maybe a Captain America kind of shit. But you said there's a catch with everything, so
Right.
it depends on what the catch would be. That would preferably be like I'm just indestructible, bitch. Like it doesn't matter what you do. I'm just gonna
Okay.
yeah. What about you? What's yours?
I have two. One. Well, three. There was an example here of the example that I saw that kind of kicked off this question was somebody wished that they could turn their earwax into dab wax. Like that would be their superpower. So they could have like unlimited dab wax, so that they could just get lit.
I'm dead.
So I was like,
Oh
okay,
my
so like
god.
in that vein of things, what would I like? You know what I mean? So one of them was to be able to see into the future, but only 30 seconds into the future. So like I can always have an idea what's going to happen, but it's only for 30 seconds. That's all I can see. So if you got to make like a split decision or something, or like if you're unsure about making a certain type of choice, you take a quick peek real quick, and then you're done, and that's it.
I mean, I guess that could be beneficial unless you're doing that like weeks out
Well, you
or
can't. That's the whole point.
exactly. So
So
you'd
it's
only
like
be able to make
right,
big time,
uh huh,
big boy moves at the time,
yeah,
technically.
right.
That's tough.
So it's like it's something that can help you, but it's not like extremely helpful. You know what I mean?
Right.
The other one is I'd like to be able to gain like superhuman strength, but only when I'm like going 90 and a 40 hair raisingly close to shitting myself. So like you gotta be right on the edge, bro. Like you're about to it's about to go, man. But at that moment, you can lift like anything. Like you have that moment. You have a window.
of
So
like
as long as
unlimited
you can
strength.
keep your shit together, literally,
Then you
you
can.
have superhuman strength.
That'd be intense.
Yeah, man. And the last one was being able to like being able to with the snap of your finger have all of your groceries from your car put in your home and exactly where you want them to be with no effort. So like you still gotta go to the grocery store, you still gotta drive to and from, but like when you're home, you just and then everything's done.
That'd be pretty
And
pretty
you can
hard.
apply that to other parts of your life too, just like I don't know, maybe like getting a car wash or something. Like you can drive there and you just and then it's over. You know what I mean? Just something small like that. Or I mean honestly,
It could
going
be
to
in it.
work.
It could be. Oh, that'd
You
be
know what I
sick.
mean? Like, you got to drive there, you got to be on time, but
That'd be
there you go.
sick.
I'm going home, man. I'm out of here.
That'd be sick.
Hell yeah. Have you so I know you mentioned that you were going to start playing Red Dead again. Have you started Red Dead 2 yet?
I have not, dude. It's only because I played Until Dawn. I finished that finally, but I'm playing Control, and
I heard about Control.
it's actually fucking hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's not just the play this shit you're gonna win.
Hmm.
Like the missions are actually pretty tough.
That's
So I'm
cool.
I'm
What's
like
Control about?
stuck on a it's like this chick who has these it's kind of like Magneto powers. She can
Okay.
like pick, but she can pick anything up. It's
She's
not
so
just
she's
fucking
telekinetic, but it's not
yeah.
restricted to metal.
Right. It's anything.
Okay.
And she has to like go through this. It's like weird. It's like some main building. It got overtook by some virus or some weird shit. So she's like going through the building to try to beat the shit.
Sure.
It's fucking. It's pretty hard though. I'm not gonna lie, but it's
Okay.
it's cool as fuck.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
recommend it. It's
That's cool.
it's sick as shit. Until Dawn, I liked it, and it had. I would only recommend that if you like it. Like it's scary moments, bro. Like I jumped like
Well, it's a
10.
horror game.
I jumped like 10 or 15 times throughout the game.
Yeah.
Like solid. Like oh shit. Like oh fuck. Like
Sure.
jump. Like oh shit. Oh shit. What was that? Like
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
make it where it does that. So that shit was fun as fuck because of that. But I think Control's better. And Until Dawn is like you can beat that in a couple days. It's not too difficult. Control is more mission based, and you have to do some shit to get going. So yeah, Control I would recommend. If y'all have not played that, check that shit out. It's pretty fire.
I dig that. I've been playing the new Paper Mario game and the Origami King on my Nintendo Switch, and
It's
that
fire.
game has been a hell of a lot of fun, man. I've really been enjoying myself with it. I'm nearing the end. I'm at Peach's Castle now, and I'm stuck at one part. I haven't been able to play it these last couple of days because I've been busy, but I'm probably going to try to smash that these next couple of days. I'm getting close to beating it. I'm trying to 100% it, so I've just been like really grinding it out and like trying to beat it.
Right.
But this game is just as good as Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door back from GameCube, and I would very strongly recommend it. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it, and it's great. Like there's so many aspects to it that I really enjoy. One of my favorite things is like you got to find these toads all over the entire world. And I don't. Did you ever play the original Paper Mario?
I did.
Okay, so like you know how you would always have like the toads in the stand, like in the auditorium, and they would
Yeah.
like cheer for you and give you
Right.
points and stuff. It's like that in this game too, but they're bleachers because you're outside most of the time, and all the toads in the stands are the toads that you've rescued. So like every single toad in the game that you've rescued, like they're the ones in the stands. So at the beginning of the game, there's hardly any of them because you've only rescued a small handful of them, and I don't know why, but seeing them in the stands makes me want to find all of them. Like I gotta find all these guys so we can get everybody together and I can whoop some ass. So I'm really close to being 100% on that, and I'm really excited about it. And you can also find collectible treasures throughout the whole game too. They're like trophies, kind of like how the original Smash Bros was. You know how they had like individual like trophies of like all the characters and stuff that like
Yeah.
came to life and stuff. They look like that, and they're all just like characters or items from the game and stuff. And I've also been just like really addicted to trying to collect all those too. So I've been having a really fun time with that. I've been really enjoying it. I would strongly recommend it. And
I might have to check that shit out.
hell yeah, and Animal Crossing goes hard too. I'm already kind of burnt out on it.
I heard Animal Crossing is a thing, but
Animal Crossing Smash
mm,
is so hard, dude. I never played any other iterations of the game. I just got the new one because of quarantine. I had nothing else going on. I got Stardew Valley during quarantine too, and I got like to year three, dude. I played that game for hours at a time, bro. I got to the third year, and then I kind of ran out of shit to do, so I just stopped playing. And then Animal Crossing came out a few weeks later, so I was like, all right, I'll fuck with this. And then
the same
I
shit.
put in like 200 hours in like a couple of weeks, and then I was like, I'm out of shit to do, so
Right.
I'm done.
Oh
Yeah, so I stopped
wow.
playing that too. Yeah, and then other than that, I've just been playing a lot of Rocket League. I play that in my downtime. Me and Damien are also going to be streaming soon too. That's something that we want to do in the future, so that we can interact with the people who listen to the show, and just like hang out and have a good time. We want to do some other live stuff too in the future. Just not yet. We want to wait until later to start doing that stuff. But just know
Right.
that we do want to start doing like some live content with everybody, so we can all just hang out, drink, have a good time. Because we do want to build a really community oriented show. Like we our listeners are everything, so we want to be able to try to make the shows the most about you guys as possible. So we are going to be doing stuff like that in the future. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I think there's not nothing that comes across my mind necessarily right now at the moment. No.
Okay. I think that's about it for me as well. So I think we're good here. Again, this is going to be our separate episode. This is going to be where we just talk about whatever we want. This is just going to be a recap episode. This will definitely be where we get like some listeners involved if they ever want to send us questions or anything. We can do stuff like that. If y'all have any suggestions,
Oh,
feel
that'd
free
be
to let
sick.
us know. Oh, one thing I would like to let everyone know is that we are on almost all platforms now, including YouTube too. So we're on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and we're on all the podcast platforms except for Apple right now. So y'all can feel free, if y'all want to listen to us on other platforms, or if you want to follow us on, if you want to subscribe to us or follow us on social or YouTube, feel free to do so. We're going to be uploading all of our episodes everywhere, and we'll be seeing you next time.
Hey, thanks for stopping in. Y'all be easy and make sure y'all have yourself a motherfucking drink.